Yay Networks.
Hello.
Hello.
We've been scrambling, trying to get
A little rusty.
this recording happening, and you're welcome that here we are. So professional.
Yep.
I'm Emily,
And I'm Laura.
and this is
Cheers to that shit.
Do you want to talk about?
That was very enunciated.
nice. Alliteration. That's not alliteration. That was
No.
enunciation. But
I like your, your
enthusiasm.
yeah, and your commitment to grammar.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
English. Whatever.
I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your Disney trip? Your Florida?
Yes. Yeah. So just had a great vacation last week and hopped in the car literally the day after a wedding show, which I have never in my whole career done that before. But it was nerve-wracking just trying to get packed and stuff.
Yeah.
But I tell you, once I got in the car and we were going, I was just thinking, God, that show felt like it was a year ago.
Did you drive at all?
No, I didn't.
That's why.
Oh. No, it was a good experience. Leaving right after. It didn't give me time to, kind of think about everything that happened. But yeah, I went to Florida, Central Florida, hung out for a few days with my aunt and uncle and caught up with them on their, cattle ranch and did some nature country girl stuff, and then went to Disney for a couple days. So it was kind of two completely different worlds because out on their farm, on their ranch, it's like 160 acres in the middle of nowhere, off the grid. I mean, like off the grid. There's nothing there. And then to go to Disney, which was like, woo!
Millions of people.
Yeah.
Woo!
And stimulation. But it was a good week. I had a great time.
Good. I celebrated my little bunny's birthday.
No, I saw your
She's
story.
2 and adorable and sassy and rude. I was counting to 3 to have my girls like go upstairs.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. 1. And my oldest is like, Mommy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, 2. And my little one is like, Fwee. I'm like,
okay, I go now.
Okay, bye. And I was like, oh my God. But even more important than.
Can't believe she's 2.
I know.
I remember when she was born.
Oh, bye. Even more important than her birthday, I started doing something different with my makeup, which I'm sure you noticed. I saw it on TikTok.
Well,
and
I haven't seen you
me
in like a week. So,
well, I'm going to tell you what it is really fast and then we'll jump in. I saw on TikTok, people are lining their waterline like up and down.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
Well, I used to do it, but I had a brush but like I did it with blue. And it
like
was like a powder,
pencil, like
a powder, and you got the powder wet so that it would turn into like a liquid liner.
Uh-huh.
And I was really bad at it, so it would dye the whites of my
that's a good look.
A little blue as well until I cried it all out. So I tried it again today, but with like just a black pencil liner.
Yeah.
My eyes watered so bad.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's still on. You want to look? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm going to try. It is what it is.
I can't even put eyeliner on the outside on my lash line.
Really?
Yeah, I have very sensitive
Yeah, your eyes are so sensitive. Speaking of sensitive, let's talk about something emotional. That could be really cute. Let's talk about vow renewals.
That's so funny. When you said that's what we were talking about today, because I'm never prepared for our topics. I am usually better on the fly.
You are. Yeah, that's why I don't tell you.
Or at least so I've been told by Emily. So whatever else y'all think, whatever. Let me know if you.
They're probably like, yeah, you should prepare more.
Right. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But I actually you're like, oh, sentimental, cute, fun. No, I have a interesting vow renewal story.
Oh my God, I forgot that.
It wasn't really a vow renewal.
No, okay, hold on. We'll get into it. We'll share.
You tell me when it's okay for me to tell my story.
Okay.
Because it's kind of funny.
Oh, I forgot.
It's funny now. I was kind of annoyed at the time.
Oh my God, I forgot that you did that. That was a recent thing that you just shared with me. Yeah, we'll have to share. Yeah. So let's talk about what a vow renewal is.
Okay.
It is a celebratory ceremony for a married couple just to reaffirm their commitment to each other. So when you're doing your vow renewal, you want it to be unique to you as a couple now. Obviously, your wedding is unique to you then, but you've had so many
you're
things.
Just in a different place now.
Right. And so many things have gone on, and people do vow renewals for different reasons, which I thought was very interesting. And we'll get into like, the different ways that you can renew your vows, but a couple of reasons that people renew them. And maybe this would be a good time to share why you renewed yours. Is at like a big anniversary. So like a 30, 40, 50, milestone anniversary. I was reading a lot of people do it on their 50th just to, because 50 people don't get to 50 just age wise, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, today not many people probably get to 50 years.
That too, just, you know, in general, even if you are still alive. But also because people want their children to be involved in it.
Yeah.
I did also see a couple people like read some of their stories that they decided to renew their vows after their last child officially moved out, because it's like you're finally
you know
like
what,
a new stage in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in that point of my life right now. I mean, it's kind of a revolving door right now.
Yeah.
Some are gone, some are coming back. You know, it's college. People think they're empty nesters when your kids go to college. No, they're coming back. And so I could see that. Yeah, but I've seen those first day of school pictures.
You're like, finally,
first day of no kids in the house or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a great time to do that. I think that is a very important stage in life where you really do have to find yourself again.
Yes.
Like who you were when you did get married.
Yeah.
Finding those people again.
Yeah. And then another reason, which I think is kind of the more obvious, is like if people have gone through stuff in their marriage, they were separated for a little while and then they come back together and they want to start new. Right. It's a new step, a new chapter. We're putting the past behind us, moving forward. Do you want to share?
Mine wasn't really a vow renewal.
Well, can we hold on before you tell why? The how I found this out is when we were in Vegas this past time.
Oh.
I was like, like we were driving past wedding chapels in Old Vegas. And I was like, you know, everyone gets married in Vegas once. And I was like, I mean, I didn't. And then Laura was like, I did. And I was like, wait, what?
No, I didn't.
That's what you said.
No, you were the one who said everybody gets married in Vegas once. And I was like, what are you talking about? And you said you had a friend who went to Vegas and got married because they thought it was like this fake thing that you do.
Fake, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that people think that Vegas is
I
like.
You got your vows renewed in Vegas.
No.
Why don't you just tell your story?
Wow, we're having major miscommunication. But that is really funny that people think that. I never knew that. That people thought.
Why would you get married in Vegas?
No, that people think it's fake.
Yeah, I would have.
And that
look at how, I mean, you have Elvis marrying you. You think that's real? This is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. I'll make this kind of as brief as possible. I like to drag stories out, so I'll try to hold back on this one. So I was raised Protestant. My husband was raised Catholic. So I guess Catholics who have been Catholic their whole life, which like to refer to themselves as cradle Catholics, which that was a new phrase to me too when I entered into this lovely family that I married into, that they actually believe if you're not, well, I don't know if they don't believe it, but at the time, this is what I was gathering. I wasn't Catholic, and we weren't married by a priest, so therefore we weren't really married. Several family friends.
It's coming back to me.
Several family friends were saying, well, you know, y'all aren't really married in the eyes of God. I'm like, yeah, we are.
On this piece of paper right here, we're married.
Right. Wake County, North Carolina says that we're
married.
Right. My joint bank account, my joint tax return, they all say we're married. I just thought, I was dumbfounded by the thought of that. So long story short, we moved back here in 1995, and I can't remember the circumstances surrounding it, but we decided Dom's grandmother was kind of, she had a big opinion about this. I don't remember exactly, but for whatever reason, the Catholic church that we were going to, because we decided to baptize our kids Catholic and raise them in the Catholic church, even though I wasn't. I was just kind of, okay, Catholic, not Catholic, whatever. It was God to me, you know, I didn't really have a preference. So we decided to baptize our kids and everything. And it was super important that we said our vows in front of a priest. Oh, I know what it was. It was when I converted to Catholicism. Yeah. Because I did go through the whole RCIA program. And now we can officially be married. He's Catholic. I'm Catholic. Blah, blah, now we're really married in the eyes of God.
Thank God. Honestly, could you imagine if you went this long without being married in the eyes of God?
I mean, all the details are just coming back to me now, but that was what it was. Yeah. I decided, and one of the reasons why I decided to convert, not that this is a whole story about religion, but because we baptize our kids Catholic and we wanted them to go to Catholic school, I just felt maybe I should know something about this Catholic religion.
Maybe I should know about something.
And
about
I thought
my
that would be
kids.
important for the kids if I was supportive of that.
I don't. Yeah. Anyway.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So rather than like, I'll go over here to my church and you and daddy are Catholic, so y'all go over here I didn't want to do that. So that was the whole point. And then it was like, well, now we have to actually get married in the Catholic church, whatever. It's probably you guys are all laughing saying that's really dumb. But yeah, I wouldn't call that a vow renewal, but I guess you could.
You know.
It's a good time.
Okay, let's take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk about more vow renewals. And we're back. This time around with your vow renewals, you don't have to get caught up in all the wedding planning drama this time around.
Yeah. I would hope that you would be like, yeah, we're not doing all that stuff again.
Yeah. So there's different ways that you can go about it. The first thing that I think that no one really thinks about, this being the first thing, is that there's no legalities.
Yeah.
You're already married.
Right. You don't have to file for
paperwork.
licenses.
You don't have to go get your marriage license.
Yeah.
You don't have to send anything away. You're already married. You can have whoever officiate you. You don't even have to have a fucking officiant.
Yeah, those two words go well together.
Yeah. It's all already legal.
It's just like you're
already bound together.
Acting in a play.
Yeah.
We're just going to be actors.
We're just acting
We're just going to stand up here on stage and have a pretend wedding.
It's just going to be whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting because like I just didn't think about that part of it.
Yeah.
Even though I know.
Yeah.
Because you're already married, but like you don't have to
go through all that.
Knocks out quite a bit of all of that.
Well, the deadlines of doing those things.
Yeah. So like if let's say if you had some marriage hiccup and y'all were in marriage counseling and you're going through all that motion, if you connected really well with your therapist, they could be the ones to renew your vows. And the cool thing about a vow renewal, which I found very interesting, two things: your budget and location. Obviously, your budget is going to be dependent on your location, just as with a first time round wedding, any wedding, whatever. So, but with your location, it doesn't have to be like a whole ceremony. People recognize vow renewals as totally different things.
Yeah. I mean, there might be resorts and destination places that may even have vow renewal packages.
Oh, probably. Yeah. But I'm talking to the point where like some people will literally just go to a place that means a lot to them, just the two of them.
Oh, right.
And just
like
have
say
some type of
an open conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can literally be
whatever you want it to
be. Which is so interesting to me. And I don't think people I think, oh, a vow renewal, it's going to be this big anniversary party celebration with 200 guests and all our friends and family and people that we've met along the way. It does not have to be that, which is crazy, which is exciting though too. Cause I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'd do something like that.
Well, I think people who may be apprehensive about, who may want to do that, but are apprehensive, like, oh, this is going to be expensive. We have to have invitations. We need someone there to officiate it, are looking at it as like a wedding take two.
Like I spent $55,000 the first time. I'm not doing that shit again.
Right. And you can actually make it to be whatever you want it to be.
And this point in your life, you're way more financially sufficient, fulfilled.
Are you? Are you though?
From when you're 20? I hope so.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I would fucking hope so. If not, you might need to take a look back on what you've done. But like you have the option, hopefully financially, if you want to do something a little bit bigger, if you want to keep it small, but location wise as well, I thought that was very interesting about I can go in my backyard. I can go to this park. I can go to and do an actual venue. And I would be interested to know if anyone has done a vow renewal, like if there are packages and what those packages at resorts would look like.
I would think that could go the opposite or in the other direction as well. Maybe you got married during COVID and you had a small backyard ceremony and only close family and friends were there, and maybe on your 5-year anniversary or whatever, which you wouldn't be there yet, but you decide to have something a little bit bigger as a vow renewal.
To be able to celebrate.
Yeah. Even
with
if it wasn't
everyone.
COVID, even if you just at the time,
Well, right
it
now,
just
all
whatever
those like
was.
mini ceremonies.
Well, yeah, but even if something was going on in your life where you decided to do a courthouse wedding, now you want to have a venue, big party and reception as a vow renewal, and invite all the friends and family that have supported you in your marriage along the way. I think that'd be really cool too.
I do too. Would you want to actually renew your vows?
Aside of the first time I did?
Yes, I don't think that really counts as like a vow renewal, but like, would you ever want to?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought that much about it.
Yeah.
I feel because Dom and I work together and like we're with each other every day.
You're like I said, I wake up and I'm like, yeah, I'm still tolerating you.
I think
vows renewed.
I think it just depends on the situation. Like, what if he had a job where he was traveling all the time and we didn't get to see each other a lot, and now the kids are gone. Like, I think I don't know. I think if I were in, maybe it depends on your life and your situation and where you are. Personally, I just like to go on a vacation with Dom and not any of my children.
That mean it. Bye.
That would be a vow renewal to me right there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, we don't have to go eat where the kids want to eat. Yeah. We don't have to go do what the kids want to do. So
yeah,
I don't know that I would, but
I don't think I'm quite, being in my 7-year long, almost 7 years,
7-year itch,
6 year. How long have you been married? 6 or 7 years.
That's a you thing.
6.5 years.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say. I'm quite an expert and I've gone through all our trials and tribulations together. I don't think I'm quite at the point where I'm foreseeing a vow renewal, but I have thought about my parents renewing their vows, even though I know that they're like,
nah.
I've never even talked to them about it.
Yeah.
But like, like when you fantasize about certain things, I'm like, if my parents had a vow renewal ceremony,
can I be a flower girl?
Yeah. I'm like, what would I be the one to do it? Or like, would I walk my dad down the aisle? My brother would walk my mom. I like fantasize about that, about their vow renewal that they've never talked about ever doing.
Yeah.
Or having. Or wanting. I'm like, I'll plan it. I'll plan your vow renewal. You'll just show up and I'll be like, surprise, you're renewing your vows.
Oh gosh. If my kids did that to me, I would be like, no, I'm good. We're out.
We've already done that.
That's me though. I think, I don't know. For me to do that, I feel like it would need to be something significant in our lives that was changing or happening.
I think for you guys, when all of your kids actually do move out, I feel like for you, because you're so no offense to your children, but like you are ready to have that like empty nest, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good time to be like, hey, let's go on a vacation. Let's celebrate just us.
Yes.
Who are you now? What's going on? How you been the last 28 years?
Right. And I feel like, that would be for me. Now, I know other people obviously have different opinions and reasons for doing it.
Yeah.
That would be my reason. It doesn't mean I'm down on the vow renewal.
Yeah.
But for me, it would have to be something like pretty significant in our lives, like that happened that would trigger something like that. I'd be interested to know why people did have vow renewals. Like what was their reasoning?
Yeah. If y'all have done a vow renewal, tell us your reasons. Send your vow renewal stories to stories@cheerstothatshit.com.
Yeah.
I would be interested. Yeah. I think for me at this moment, the only way that I would see wanting to do a vow renewal, just because my kids are young, would be like, just because I'd want them to be part of it. Like it would be like a fun thing for my kids to be part of.
Yeah.
But that's not really a reason
not really
to renew
to renew your vows. Yeah. I mean, they could dress up like Disney princesses and stuff. That would be
cute. We do
cute.
that every day anyway. Good times.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we're gonna take another break and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some other key components of the vow renewal. Okay, and we're back.
Okay.
Let's talk about invitations.
Okay.
Now let's say you are renewing your vows and you want to do it more than just you two in your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have people there. The good thing about this is one, you're older, so half your family's probably dead, which I hate talking about, but
that's also something I would say.
It's Laura's favorite subject to talk about. But there's no family obligations because it's not an actual wedding.
Right.
So you don't have to invite your cousins, brothers, best friends, sister-in-law who came to your first birthday party. Like you don't have to invite all those people.
Well, the first wedding, the first time around, I feel like a lot of it is inviting people that your parents.
Look at my show. Look at
Well,
what
it's
I
just like,
did.
oh, you have to invite Uncle Bob. He's
Yeah.
my long lost brother.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in the first time around.
Yes.
So this time around, it's like, I'm doing what I want to do. In
You're
case
older, you have more accomplished friendships, you have stronger roots. You can still invite family, of course, but there isn't like that need to invite your second cousin,
right,
who you've literally haven't seen since your first time around.
right.
You don't have to do all that, which
We
I think is
probably
really
have
cool.
Like business, and I hate to say it this way, but like business friends, like, or new friends that you've made along the way.
Yeah. You're just in a different, obviously, hopefully, at a different stage in your life this time. So you can invite whoever. The size is totally dependent on who you want to involve, who you don't want to involve. I will say though, on the invitations, because I don't think vow renewals are something that's extremely common. So you do need to list expectations and details of what your guests can expect on the invitation. So
I agree.
Not like a full itinerary, but I would say pretty close to it. Like, so that they know what they're walking into.
Right.
Are we going to have food? Are we going to have drinks? Like, is it going to be a dancing party? Is it just going to be a dinner party?
Right.
They need to know what they're.
Because a weddings are pretty standardized. Typically, you know what you're getting into or going to. So a vow renewal could, like we said, be anything.
So just make sure that you are putting that. And we've talked about a little bit invitations being emailed, like electronic or sent out. And I think a vow renewal is a totally fine time to just send out an email blast of invitations.
Totally fine
time.
No, I think that's a great,
I agree. There needs to be a formal invitation. Unless you want one to set the tone, but like.
Right. I get evites for stuff all the time.
Yeah. I got an evite to that Indian wedding that I went to, and it was fucking stunning. Like, so I think people are starting to come around.
Yeah.
Well,
we're in the digital age.
Yeah.
So.
Save the trees. Okay. Just send out an email. It's fine. It's totally fine. Booking your key vendors that you do want to have. So I think if you're doing anything outside of being in your backyard, and even if you're in your backyard, a photographer would probably be a top one. If you need someone to help plan, like a party planner, I don't think you necessarily need like a wedding planner at that point. And again, this is all dependent.
On the types of vendors that you're going to have.
And the execution.
So if you are going to be booking vendors who typically service weddings, then you might need a wedding planner, a DJ, a photographer, things that are not that people don't hire those types of vendors outside of weddings, but wedding planners know all those people.
Yeah. So just kind of dependent on that. If you're doing any type of buffet, any type of catering, whatnot, just be aware, kind of have those things ready. I think for me, now that I'm thinking about it, if I would do a vow renewal, I would. And it would be the wedding that I'd want the first time around in Ireland on a cliff overlooking the ocean.
Yeah.
That would be my vow renewal. So I would just need, because you don't need an officiant.
I'm not having the wedding. Well, I always wanted the wedding.
The wedding that I didn't get to have, the wedding I had that I loved.
Right.
But the one that I originally wanted and tried to plan for.
I'm way past that now, because that would be
over it.
Ooh, that'd be a lot if I went back to that.
Just a nice Christmas wedding.
Yes.
Maybe y'all could do like a Christmas trip to Germany and renew your vows.
Okay.
Because they have huge Christmases there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was thinking more like Biltmore State.
Oh, or that too. Or that too. See, I'm thinking big picture.
Yeah.
I'm thinking big vow renewals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you are going to do that, I think a photographer.
Again, I just the trip. I'd be all about just the vacation.
I just want to go on a vacation. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about the vows and the traditions.
Okay.
Walking down the aisle. Do you think you should walk down the aisle for a vow renewal?
No, that's just my personal opinion.
No aisle.
No aisle.
Woo!
Well, I mean, you have to walk out from somewhere together, but I don't think it needs to be like dun 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 dun.
I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think if you are gonna do it, you can walk down together, or you can meet in the middle.
Yeah,
like connect in the middle, or have like your kids walk you down.
Yeah.
Or
I guess I'm just picturing like a traditional wedding. I would say not that. I just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to walk from somewhere. So if that is down the aisle of your friends and stuff sitting, then I don't know. Just feel like I would be like a bride.
You just want to like just stand up and be wherever you need to be.
Yeah, I just something weird about being, a middle-aged bride. That's like weird to me. Brides should be young people just embarking in their life, not
in their journey.
Yes. I'm good. I had my moment.
So you
I'm
don't
good.
think you should wear a wedding dress then to renew your vows?
I wouldn't.
No, I don't think.
I wouldn't. I'd wear.
I think like a nice dress.
Yeah, and it depends
Shit, a
on
pantsuit. I don't care what you wear.
It depends on where we were and what the scope of what it looked like. But I would
For
definitely
me, on the
not wear a
cliffs of
wedding
Ireland,
dress.
I just feeling like very boho.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 2-piece, like low crop. I've obviously after I get my tummy tucked so that I look appropriate.
I was gonna say there is no crop topping happening here,
Crop topping.
but yeah, this is such a weird topic of conversation.
Well,
just
because I don't think people talk about it.
No,
which is
and
why we are.
Yeah, I think about like the trends, like the clothing or wedding. You wear a wedding dress or you wear the clothes that are trending, and I feel like that once me personally, you get past that, you're in a different phase of your life, and you don't necessarily need to go back to the wedding dress and those are things meant for the young people. That's my opinion.
Well, I think it kind of depends too. Getting back to the actual vow renewals, the itinerary can be something totally different. You can meet your guest. You can start with cocktail hour. You can sit down for dinner. You could even have your guests do the toasts and the speeches, and that can kind of be y'all's renewal. Or you can exchange vows. You can exchange new vows. You can rewrite your old ones, or you can do your old ones just like in the middle of dinner. Just stand up and kind of have that if you wanted to nix the aisle. I think the best thing about a vow renewal ceremony union is that it's totally up to your interpretation. It's totally however you want to plan it.
Yeah. I think if it's more than, because I kind of think anniversary party almost. So I think you need to be in that place in your relationship that it's a little more important and has more meaning to encompass the vow renewal, because otherwise I think it is more like anniversary. And I will say that we threw my parents a 50th anniversary party.
Yeah.
And they had eloped when they were like 18 years old. So and being in the business, I had a wedding cake for them to do the little cake cutting thing. And that was really the only like traditional kind of thing that we did.
Yeah.
And it was in our backyard and it was strictly an anniversary party, but we gave them a vacation and we did the wedding cake because they never did that.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a cool thing.
I do too.
Like I was saying before about
like
the courthouse
COVID,
or during COVID,
Yeah.
if there were things that you weren't actually able to do, that would be a really fun way to.
No,
do
I
it.
agree. I do think that if you're going to renew your vows, it should be something to like embark on a renewal. It needs to be like a new step in your life or like an anniversary party.
Right. Celebrating a moment or
A milestone.
A milestone.
Yeah. You brought up a good point though over the break. Rings.
Yeah.
Exchanging rings.
Yeah. Well, looking at our little cheat sheet board over here, I was like, oh yeah, rings. Yeah, that would be a great time. Like, hi, honey, let's renew our vows because it's time for a little bling upgrade for sure.
Fun fact about Laura, since I've known her, she has had 3 different wedding rings in the span of me knowing you.
Yeah. Well,
And this has been within like, what, 5-6 years?
I get bored.
Yeah.
That's my way of renewing my vow. Dom, I still love you very much. Can I get a new ring now?
Can you upgrade my ring?
Yeah.
Let's combine this. Let's just get a new stone. Let's do this.
See, I've never done that. My
I know.
stone
Yeah,
is still the same stone. And the funny thing, I actually kind of had some remorse after I did that and wanted to go back to my original setting.
Did you?
Yeah. The first time I did.
Oh, like the very original setting.
The very original setting. Because I don't know, I've just grown more sentimental over the years. And part of me was kind of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a moment. That was what was picked out at the time. And yeah. So
I've never, at this point so far, I have not wanted to upgrade or change my ring. I do want to add bands. So I think that could be something that you do.
Yeah.
You can add a new band. I think guys can be kind of different if you are doing a vow renewal with a man and woman or two guys. I think because obviously most men don't wear two rings. So
Yeah.
either you would exchange like a same wedding band or maybe just do a
Well, you
new
could do
one
a
or
new-
like
You could do a new piece of jewelry, like a new
a watch.
watch
Yeah.
would be really cool for a guy,
Yeah.
or, you know, maybe some sort of necklace. I actually have birthstone rings of my kids.
Yeah.
So that could even be something
Yeah.
cool too. Just kind of commemorate the journey that you've been on. If you wanted to keep your wedding
keep-
ring
yeah.
and you didn't want,
Yeah.
you know, doing something different like that to kind of symbolize where you've come since then, what's happened in your life since then.
So pretty much a summary that we're telling you on how you need to renew your vows. Go on vacation.
Yep.
Do something fabulous.
Yep.
Just do it, the two of you, over a nice cocktail overlooking the ocean, whatever ocean or sea you want to do, and a new diamond.
In that order.
In that order. And that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything more than that.
See, and that if you were just to describe my vow renewal, that would be my vow renewal.
I still love you. You still love me. Yup. All
Cheers.
right, cheers.
Cheers to that shit.
To that shit.
Now, where's the goods? Where's the jewelry?
Bling, bling. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, guys. Do you have anything else?
I'm expired. I'm good. I've expired all the thoughts in my little brain.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Follow us, like us, subscribe to us.
Yeah.
If
you have
Be
stories,
with us.
if you have stories about renewing your vows, maybe someone in your family did or you did, I would love to know reasons.
Send them over to us.
It's not something I'm an expert on. So
until next time.